Eh, my God.
Eh, my God.
Oh my God.
Let's get into it.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
God.
Oh my God.
The second I saw you, I'm like, red lips sink ships, and I didn't realize you were doing it to match the cover yet again. Your commitment
Hello.
to this is incredible.
Thank you.
Although you kind of got
This
lucky
was-
because there's black.
This was the easiest one thus far, like for sure, because this is basically my uniform. So
I
yeah.
love that you did that.
here we
That's
are.
so good.
Welcome back to Book Club, GLUs. We are talking all about Invasion of the Boy Snatchers. Let's talk about that title.
Okay, let's talk about it. When you first heard it as a child, as
Uh-huh.
a newborn, did you know what the pun was playing off of?
I didn't know the reference, no.
So funny. So what did you think it was or meant, or just it was Invasion of the Boy Snatchers? You just took it for what it was.
I thought. Yeah, I just took it for what it was.
Do you know now what it is?
Invasion of the
years
Body
later?
Snatchers? Yeah.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a
Yeah.
sci-fi movie
Yes.
from like the 50s, then redone in the 70s. Invasion of the
Mhm.
Body Snatchers
A
is now
classic.
Invasion of the Boy Snatchers. Yes, it's so
Mhm.
funny. I wonder how much was lost on you people. But it didn't even matter.
It doesn't
It never
matter.
matters.
No.
I
it's
hope
so funny.
a lot of the NFL list that we're going to read today was lost on you. I pray to God 90% of this book was lost on you.
I can't wait to hear. Okay, so initial feelings, like how did you feel about this read?
Well, I started off being like, oh, it's not as bad as the last one. There's not as much because it ramped up slowly. And then it was so disgusting. So
In terms of like
perverse.
politically incorrect.
It was like morally incorrect. It was, I don't want to say words that I will regret, but it
Uh-huh.
was just wrong. And we can get into it a little more. The objectification of women's body parts by
Oh my
me. I sound like I could be doing a dissertation or blaming some male culture, the patriarch, as we like to do.
Right. Right.
No, I am part of the problem. Again, I'm not alone in this, and we will all go down together. But I am owning my part. Oh my God. But when you know better, you do better.
Right.
I will probably have less perverted objectification in the new book for adults
sure.
than I will
Yeah.
in this one.
Which is crazy.
Without a doubt. I know. It's so
I love it.
backwards.
We should get into it. Like, where did we leave off? So the end of Revenge of the Wannabes, the Lions are moving to Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, Massie's devastated. Claire is heartbroken. She's finally in the group. She's so happy to finally be accepted by the pretty committee. Her dreams are coming true. Everything's falling
And
into
Cam,
place.
her crush on Cam, like that's
Ugh.
full on. Like she's dialed. And then, of
Yeah.
course, as we must do, can't be happy for too long in the fictional world. Get back into misery.
Right, right back to misery. But then at the top of this book, Invasion of the Boy Snatchers, there's a negotiation, and the Blocks, William has figured out a way to keep the Lyons family in Westchester, so they are indeed not moving to Chicago. And now Massie and Claire are roommates.
They are moving into the main house,
Yep.
which is fine because off page, the Blocks and the Lions went to Aspen together and had a lovely time. And now
Mhm.
Claire and Massie are besties.
Yep.
And so it's all going to be great. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, what goes
Well-
wrong is our girl is allergic to dogs and Bean is slowly killing her. And so Massie's beloved Bean gets taken away and exiled. It's so sad. So, of course, she lashes out at Claire. It's like, oh, God, this poor girl just can't catch a break. But then
Ugh. There's a
enter
lot going on in this book, by the way. A lot.
Nina.
Nina the
Yeah.
Obscena.
How did you come up with that?
Nina
Nina
the
the
Obscena.
Obscena.
I don't know. It's so, oh my God. Ugh.
So Nina comes in, Alicia's cousin.
From Spain.
Oh, yes. Very exotic.
Extremely exotic and very
Mhm.
hot. Again,
Mm-hmm.
she's a year older. She's 13, so it's not so bad.
Right.
She is all boobs and all sex and all 13. Like, does
Yeah.
she even have her period? Probably not. I actually hope she doesn't. She
Oh
could
my
get into some
God.
real trouble.
She could have had a whole spin-off series. That character is such a trip.
She actually is a really funny character. So, this is a book about Nina coming to town and
Mhm.
upsetting the entire dynamic because she's hotter than all of them and gets all the boys' attention. She's very manipulative, knows how to push their buttons. There's a kissing contest. I mean, It's really a book about like power and insecurity and how far you're willing to go to feel validated. That would be the literary responsible pitch. When I say it like that, it sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we get into the specifics and it's dicey.
Just like so unhinged. Yeah. Just
Unhinged.
beyond
I mean, this is the book
unhinged.
where Glossip Girl is invented. They get, because they all got it, Massie got it for Christmas. So they get a tube of flavored lip gloss delivered to their door. It's not once a week. It's every morning.
I didn't
Every
remember
morning.
that. And
I
that's
didn't either.
insane.
Insane.
Daily lip gloss subscription.
Every day. And the scents are hilarious. Like they get progressively worse. They end up like, one of them is called Taco Bell, Belle, and it smells like butthole, according to them. It ends up devolving into one that smells like hay, I think. There's just...
It goes so wild. Can we talk about lip gloss for a second?
Yes.
Because that was a moment in time. Do you still partake? Because I
lip
am...
gloss?
Yes, I have completely left that station. Like, I'm not there.
No, I'm like doing, stocking stuff or lip balm from Neutrogena.
And like
that's
stain.
Like slightly tinted.
Yeah.
Stain.
The lip gloss thing, though, like the way that my friends and I would collect the Lancome Juicy Tubes. Do you remember those?
Yes, totally.
Iconic Lancome Juicy Tubes, and also the Victoria's Secret Beauty Rush that had so much glitter in them. Like, we looked like strippers running around 8th grade. Like, they were so tacky and bad. And I have an amends.
Go.
So I have stolen one thing in my entire life, and it was a Beauty Rush lip gloss from Victoria's Secret. Because when I was in 7th or 8th grade, because my friend told me, she's like, oh, you just go in the dressing room, pretend you're trying on bras, and just rip the little plastic off and rub it on your finger, and it looks used, and throw it in your purse.
Oh my God, that's great. Do you know
Take
that
it in
I
the dressing
also
room.
got caught for stealing lip gloss?
No.
Except I had been doing it repeatedly, like every Saturday. My friend and I would go to the mall and steal Hello Kitty stuff from the Hello Kitty store. And then I decided I'm going legit. Like, I'm giving up the life of crime.
Yeah.
I felt guilty. I was like, we had a good run. I'm not doing it anymore. And then we go to Shoppers Drug Mart, which is like the Canadian CVS.
Yeah.
And my partner in crime was like, let's just do one more. And I said, no, I'm tapping out of the business. I'm going legit. And she said, I'm doing one more. So she did it. We leave the drugstore and we're walking through the mall, and I didn't do anything. And we feel these meat hooks on the back of our necks. A security guard
busted,
grabbed us by the necks. We were probably 11 or 12. Pulls us back to the store, pulls us back into a room. And he was like, I didn't see you take anything. You could go, but your friend is staying. And I'm like, no, I took stuff too, because I was not letting her go down without a fight.
That's really
I did not
nice
leave
of
her.
you.
And then they took us to the police station downtown, and our parents had to pick us up. And I don't know if my parents to this day believe me that I really didn't do it, because that sounds like a kid's bullshit excuse. Like, I was just being there for my friends. Like, really?
Totally.
But yes, I was. So lip gloss apparently is like, it's a slippery slope. It's like your entry drug into the life of crime starts with lip gloss. It starts with us.
The one thing I've stolen in my entire life, and I never did it again because I felt so guilty. And I don't think I told my mom about that until I was like 30. I guess.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, I felt so guilty for it. Okay, wait. Also, before we get into this book, like really the nitty gritty of it all, there's something that we need to address from one of our listeners. So Eliza asked the question. She said, one of my minor questions that has always plagued me between this book and book 4, meaning Revenge of the Wannabes and Invasion of the Boy Snatchers, is what a Dixon actually is. At the end of book 3, Lucinda says her brain dead assistant pulled the wrong thing and the Dixon is actually a wire accessory. At the beginning of the next book, when Massie is putting away her Christmas presents, the mannequin is wearing 3 of the mesh tube, quote, Dixons. Lacey, please explain.
I love this question so much, and it's the weirdest answer. Like, if you were put in solitary confinement and said you can be released as soon as you have a good guess, you would be there for life. Okay, so my friend Stacy at the time worked for Victoria's Secret. She like sourced their fabrics. And so she always had these mesh tubes of fabric. They were just like circular pieces of fabric that felt like they didn't need them when they were cutting. They were just scraps, basically. And for some reason, we'd always go to Fire Island on the weekends out of New York.
So fun.
And she showed, and we'd all roll in after work, best time ever. And she rolled in after work one time with her bag of these mesh tubes. And I was like, these are awesome. And I slid one over like my hips. So I'd be like, have a tank top or a t-shirt and then this colored fabric underneath. So it looked like I was layering.
It was almost like a layer. Yep. And that was what we were all doing then.
And I was like, Stacey, this is genius. You should market just these scraps and sell them as like a scarf, a layering piece.
Yeah.
And she never did, but they were genius. So I started wearing them and we named them Dixon after her dad. It was her dad's name.
That is amazing. When I reread Revenge of the Wannabes and this one, I did have the thought, I'm like, is that a real thing? And I think I looked it up and I couldn't find anything anywhere. I'm like,
So
Lucy just
funny.
made this shit up. Like, yeah, I
Made
looked
it
it
up.
up and everything because I was like, I don't remember this. Maybe that was a thing of the time and I was too young. Like, I don't know. I don't
Made
know.
it up.
That's hysterical.
Isn't that funny? I think I was just like, Dixon's such a cool name. Like it should be something.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Thank you for that question. I love that question. I wouldn't have thought to answer that.
Okay, so Nina, it really is an invasion of the Boy Snatcher. Like, it's a perfect title because she comes in like a wrecking ball and just disrupts everything going on within their friend group. Alicia now looks like she might be on the outs again. She's basically snatching up all these boys. She has this like mystical, magical power over all the boys at Briarwood. And that's a real big problem.
It is. And all the boys, there's supposed to be a dance, and all the girls want to get their first kiss with the boys, and it's a girls ask boys thing. And
yes,
you have to chase them, shoot them with an arrow, and then that's who you take to the dance.
It's like a
The
Sadie
problem
Hawkins Valentine's,
right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Problem is, none of the boys allow themselves to be chased by the girls, and the girls assume it's because they all love Nina.
Yeah.
And what they discover at the end is Nina told them they have to stay away from their crushes. It's like a soccer spell, like a curse.
The Spanish soccer spell?
The Spanish soccer spell. And like she said, David Beckham like doesn't talk to Posh Spice before a game. Like it's a thing. So I'm jumping to the end, but this is on this storyline. It's so sad and such an ending. So Claire doesn't realize yet that that's what happened and that's why Cam was avoiding her.
Mm-hmm.
And she just wanted a first kiss so badly to get it out of the way that the book ends and you see her finally getting her first kiss, but it's with Josh Hotz, Alicia's crush, and Cam catches them.
Rough.
So
Yeah.
stay tuned for the next book. But that was just
Really
one of the
brutal.
10,000 storylines. Like, I think I'm responsible for ADD. Like, there's
a lot
so
going
many
on.
storylines in this book. There's also like everyone's
Nina
stuff
being
goes
klepto.
missing. Yeah, everyone's stuff goes missing, which I love about her. Like, this is where I'm like,
Mhm.
I love that she wasn't just a boy snatcher. She was a snatcher of all things. She's also kind of sad that she just wanted things. Like, she didn't think she had enough. This is how she felt, like she had good things and she needed these things to feel important.
Her origin story is that she was an ugly duckling that became a beautiful swan. So then she has this complex too, of probably imposter syndrome. And I mean, God only knows how insecure this girl actually is. She's doing all the Spanish spell stuff, nonsense with the boys. She's stealing things. Like, she's working overtime. And only a deeply insecure person feels the need to do that. Like, it's true.
How about the Carrie moment? Do you know the movie Carrie?
Yes.
In the gym when the pig blood falls on Sissy Spacek?
Yes.
There's a Carrie moment in this at the dance when, first of all, they saw off one of the heels of her boots. Like, the whole plan is for Todd to ask Nina if she wants a foot massage at the dance. While he's massaging Nina's foot, Tiny Nathan steals the boots and saws off one of the heels from a saw that belongs to Claire's father. And Massie had a great line, which is basically like, no other man in Westchester would have a saw except your dad. Like, meaning no one else would do any sort of manual labor.
Totally.
Loved. And then so Nina has a double embarrassment of like wiping out at the dance. And then on top of it, they drop hundreds of photos of her from her ugly phase into the crowd.
Yeah.
Like pig's blood. It's her pig blood.
Diabolical.
It's diabolical.
And what's sad too is that at the beginning of this book, Alicia's so excited to have her hot, cool, exotic cousin visit. And then it just becomes so disruptive that she ends up even turning on her. But also, like, she can't even really defend her. She's like stealing everyone's stuff. She's stealing everyone's boys. It's like, obviously I'm going to stand with my friends and not my
now
cousin.
you're responsible for bringing this thing into your town. Like,
Yeah.
you brought it. It's like you started COVID, but for Boy Snatchers. You were patient zero. You're responsible. So, yes, that happened. As a kid, and you're reading this, what did you think of Nina, and like, how did you process this story, if you even remember? I don't know that you would.
You know what's funny? What I do remember is thinking of girls that I knew in real life like that were like, and I hate to say this, but it's what we said at the time. Again, like, I'm guilty, but like the slutty girls, like of like the 8th grades. You know what I mean? I was like, I know that girl. There's always one. All the boys are tripping over themselves to get to that one girl. Like, I remember like identifying with that.
Yeah.
theme.
Well, the amount
like,
of times the word slut is in this book, awful.
A lot.
But it's there. So it was definitely like the word of the time, the fear of the time.
And do kids even say that word anymore? Like,
no. First
There's
of
no
all,
way.
like, they're so sex positive now, and everybody like has sex, and they're so sexual and in touch with their sexuality. It's a badge of honor. So to like sex is not something to be ashamed of anymore. It's something to be proud of.
Right.
I think there's just been such a massive mind shift around sexuality. It's not as binary as you're stealing our men because you're just a little hotter. Get out of the village, you know?
Yeah.
It just goes back to that female competition thing where we have this innate thing, like, if someone threatens us to steal our guy, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. We must get rid of her. We must shame her publicly, stone her in the town center. Yes.
However, though, you did make it justifiable. Like, we always talk about this. The meanness was justified in a way because she was so disruptive. She was stealing things. She was wrong. She is the bad guy in this scenario. And so their chaotic, mean behavior does feel somewhat justified. But oh my God, can you imagine, like, if this were real life, like, that girl would be in therapy for life after that situation.
She needed to be in therapy before that situation. That's really part of it.
That's
like
the bottom line. Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Nina, but I'm calling you out. You got problems, girl. You're undiagnosed.
Nina the Obscena. Yes. So Nina is gone. But it also, I think the thing that Massie is so bothered by in this book too is that Nina really does knock down the status of the Pretty Committee outwardly. And that is her worst nightmare, which is very appropriately why the next book is named The Pretty Committee Strikes Back. Like, they're back on top, which I'm so excited to talk about that one.
But
I
also,
cannot
like,
wait.
she's fighting a game that is different than their game. The Pretty Committee doesn't fight on sexuality. They're really not sexual. They're fighting on status. They're fighting on prettiness in a very kind of more innocent way.
Yeah.
And in comes this girl that she's not playing by their rules. She's fighting with a weapon that they don't have, or they don't even want to have. And it is kind of nice and grounding that they're taken aback by her overt sexuality. It does kind of show their innocence again. And the fact that she's European, they're like, who is this exotic sexual creature from another continent? You know, it works. How about... It's so weird to talk about this because I did do it, and now I'm talking about it like it's something I read that I have nothing to do with. Like, Kristen speaking backwards the whole book. What
oh my
is
God.
that?
Wait, and did you see Isabella's text, our producer, about... She said, sorry, what is it, Rorsey? She said Rorsey for years because of Kristen's talking backwards.
But did she say she didn't remember why she was saying it?
I think yes. And then she reread it for book club and was like, oh my God, that's why I said Rorsey for so many years.
Rorsey.
It's like red rum. Yeah.
Rorsey.
I'm going to start saying Rorsey. I swear to God.
It's bizarre.
So
but the whole book, she's speaking backwards. And I'm like, I can't believe at no point Massie didn't turn to her and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it. Stop. Like, the fact that they accepted that, they don't accept like the smallest infraction. Like, they won't accept white after Labor Day, but they're fine with her basically speaking in tongues for an entire book. It's so crazy.
I am inconsolable. Like, stop. It is crazy. What the fuck are you doing?
Like, they just let her, like,
it's true. Like, how is she
malfunction.
not bothered by that?
I know.
Oh
That was
my
a takeaway.
God.
And she's wearing, okay, remember this? The Victoria's Secret water bra? That was a thing.
A
Because Kristen's
moment
wearing
in
one in this
time.
book. And then it
Yes.
gets, like, burned by a Bunsen burner in science class and, like, oils.
Yeah, because
And she's
remember
like,
what
it's
was
not
in
water,
those
it's oil.
things?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like greasy if it
Yeah.
like leaked. Remember that? Did you
So
ever
good
own
marketing.
one of those?
No, I was good.
I mean, I didn't either. Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly. No
No.
need for a padded bra over here, but that was a thing.
It was a thing. And genius marketing that they called it a water bra, not like a greasy bra or an oil-filled bra. Like they picked
an
the
oil
right
rig. Like what is
oil tankers.
oil tankers? They were though. I remember like someone I knew had one and it like popped in the wash or something, like something weird. And it was like a disaster.
Yes.
I mean, they were so short lived. Like there were probably so many issues with that. But I think they did a whole bit on Will and Grace about the water bra.
It was a moment for sure.
That's
what's so great about the pop culture of these books. It is such a time
Yeah.
capsule. It is so
Yeah.
funny to be. I never would have remembered the Victoria's Secret water bra.
It's like a
And,
memory
yeah.
unlocked completely. Yeah.
It's so good. And then can I just like shout out Lane for a minute? She
Oh,
really
yeah.
is. Like when people are like, who's your favorite character? Lane all day, all night.
yeah.
Even on like bank holidays, always Lane.
I
Why?
love her.
She's so wacky, but like solid. She's just
Yeah.
no bullshit. So she, first of all, she broke up with her boyfriend Eli because they saw him at the MAC counter putting on eyeliner. That's another thing. But
you know what though? What I remember at that time, like now that reads is so just like gender fluid, non-binary. I don't
Yeah.
know, like now. But okay, when I was in middle school, emo was such a thing.
it was.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Like that music, like emo music from when I was that age, like My Chemical Romance, all those guys were wearing like girls' jeans and eyeliner. But they were
I
like,
wasn't privy to that
straight.
phase.
oh my gosh, the bands of that time, like My Chemical Romance, All American Rejects, Fall Out Boy, like very that time. Like that's what they were wearing, Vans or Etnies. And
I remember Etnies.
remember Etnies, those ugly
Totally.
shoes. Oh my
I
God.
probably had. I
And
think I had some.
They were so ugly, so crazy. I wanted them so bad, and my mom was like, "They're ugly," wouldn't let me have them. I was a Converse
Love your
kid.
mom.
Yeah, hilarious. She was like, "Just wear Chuck Taylors like a normal person. These look like pillows on your feet. They look insane." And so that was a thing. So I think at that time, like reading that, that wasn't even like. Obviously, we were not having
No,
those
but Mac was
conversations.
kind of ahead. Like Mac's campaigns, they were all like guys in
Oh,
makeup too, and like
totally.
drag queens, and it was great. Like they were definitely. If Eli was
Yes.
going to be at any makeup counter, it would be Mac,
It was gonna
and
be
not
Mac.
like
Absolutely.
Lancome.
Absolutely, yeah. Estee Lauder. Then
Eli
that would,
Lauder.
like,
Oh my
that would
God.
read
Dude,
differently.
do you have bronchitis?
You just made me honk. That's what happens when when like I laugh really hard, a honk comes out.
Oh my God.
That's like
Goose.
like when I do that. Yeah, goose honk. Like when I do, Clive will be like, "You got her." Like she thought that was really funny. If someone makes me honk, it's true.
So good to know. Kind of hate that it took this long for me to honk. Get you to
You
honk.
make me honk all the time.
Oh, that's such a sweet
all
card.
the time. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, you make me honk. I love it.
Anyway, so I think that
Okay.
that's how it read at the time, was like emo
Yes.
boy.
Yes.
You know?
Okay. Yes.
Not like non-binary.
But the girl
queer.
who's like turned off by that
Yeah.
is also the girl who ran around the dance in potato sacks to make a political statement. First of all, she's running around the dance in potato sacks screaming Nina the Obscena, undiagnosed. And then she's taking a stand. She's saying you can still look beautiful in modest clothing. That was her position. That's why she did it. She's a disruptor.
She is so crazy. She is so crazy. And like, she really doesn't give a shit. It's wild.
She's something to aspire to. Like, she was always
I
in these
know.
books for girls to be like, there's another way. And you know where I could have made more of an impact if I made the coolest girl like that instead of the freakiest girl. Note to
Yeah.
self. But
Yeah.
wasn't,
However, like the appeal and the fantasy of this book, or these books, really was like the aspirational aspect of it.
I will forever maintain that they are fantasy. Like, they're not.
Yeah.
There's in the world of Grounded, there's like 1 foot on the ground and 1 like in Crazy Town. And that's
Totally.
So I'm a fantasy writer, apparently.
You're basically,
Honk.
what's it called? ACOTAR. Sarah Moss or whatever her name is. You're basically writing ACOTAR.
Same.
So every week on this show, we give our current State of the Union. But for book club, we decided to read our favorite State of the Union. Did you pick one?
I did, but you do yours because
Okay.
I can't find mine right now.
So at the end of a chapter, obviously, that's always when the State of the Union is. It's basically the whole chapter is Claire comes up with a plan for revenge on Nina. And the group is like, you better pull this off, right? And so the State of the Union at the end of that chapter is in Operation Booty Call, out Operation Toe Jam. Love. In Crime Stoppers, out Dress Shoppers. So good. In
So 90s.
Busted, out Cleavage. Hilarious. I
welcome.
loved Operation Toe Jam.
Thank you. Did you notice that it was Massie's State of the Union blog? It was titled State of the Union blog. Yeah, I guess blogs were like hitting the scene, and she was doing this as a blog. I know, I found it shocking as well.
Wait, I'm like flipping through it to see if I can find that. Is that what it says? Yes, it does. Massie Block's current State of the Union blog.
Blog. I don't know if that carries through the whole series, and maybe we just blogged it out. See what I did
My
there.
God. The last line of this chapter, I'm cracking up. Payback's a bitch. She patted Bean on the head. Pun intended. You're so crazy.
Oh my God.
Okay, do you have a favorite State of the Union?
That was mine too.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It really was.
okay.
I was flipping through and I was like, that one jumps out at me for sure. I'm dying.
Are we
and
ready?
We have to get into the NFL, the no-fly list. So this is a segment we do on every book club. NFL stands for no-fly list. These are things that Lisi wrote many moons ago that we don't know if they would fly in 2026. So
But we're pretty sure they wouldn't.
you made some selections and we're going to discuss them. So what's on the no-fly list?
Okay, so it did start off pretty tame, which made me think, oh, maybe this book isn't so bad after all. Here's the first one. There was nothing worse than being seen with a dorky foreign exchange student. It was popularity poison. It's
Okay.
mean, but I think it would fly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mom made me go to Supercuts. They scalped me. I don't think we can say
Crazy.
that anymore.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that would fly.
No.
At all. Okay. Did you lose weight? Dylan asked. No. Alicia looked at her stomach to double check. I don't think so. So Dylan says, maybe her boobs got bigger. Again, now we're starting to ramp up a little bit. There was mention of a tanning salon, which I'm not going to read the whole quote, but I think that wouldn't fly just because, like, we don't do tanning salons anymore. So that
Did
just
you ever
wouldn't fly.
do that, the tanning bed back in the day?
Sure did.
So bad
Sure
for
did.
you.
God, I loved the smell of my burning flesh. Like, I can smell it now, and I long for it. I wish there was a Glossip Girl of my burning flesh scent.
Burning flesh. Oh my God. But you love a tan. Like
love a
you
tan,
Still,
and right now-
you go out, you tan in the sunshine still.
I
this
do.
day.
Well, I haven't in a
Oh
long
my
time, but
God.
I need to. Yeah,
I
no,
clearly don't. Look at me,
well,
Casper.
who's winning? Not me.
Mm.
Okay, let's see. Her mini dress barely covered the label on her underwear, and unfortunately, it looked kind of hot.
Insane. Again, like that's one that like I 100% didn't even realize at the time, but like now publishers or editors like never.
Never. I would never do it.
Never.
I have kids. Like, I have kids with friends. I have friends with daughters. Like, I would be repulsed to even think of it. Like, I would shampoo my hair so hard to get rid of the thought. If it even popped into my head, it
Yeah.
would not. Like, that's the thing. I think
Yeah.
it was also, it was TRL culture. It was like Britney, and like, it was so sexualized. Everything.
Yes.
Like, and if you
Yes.
look at these poor women going on talk shows, we've talked about this, like being harassed by Ed McMahon and all these older guys, like, gross.
Ugh.
But
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was the time as an excuse. It just was.
It just
This is
was.
a time
yeah.
capsule. Again, this is why we don't burn books, people, because we need to learn from our past.
Totally.
What's with the hooker boots? Claire whispered in Massie's ear. I don't think that would fly.
But I feel like we said stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
not even really knowing what we were saying.
Exactly. Let's see. Oh, this is really weird. She cringed when she heard Nina's annoying har 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 laugh and watched in horror as the top of her massive boobs jiggled.
That's wild.
Yeah, okay. There's a lot of slut. There's so much. Wait, you just threw your first boy-girl party last October? I've had boys at my party since 4th grade. Dylan sneezed. Slut. about Nina the Obscena.
My God.
Slutty again, because if I ever see her fat boobs near Derrington again, Massie, fat boobs. Here's one. Nina says, stay by my side. I can't see with all this hair in my eyes, and I may need your help crossing the road. And guys love when girls are helpless. What?
My
Who's
God.
spreading that? No way I'm wearing a Velcro suit. Too stupid. Even Cam thinks it's queer.
Queer. Let's talk about that. I've had
Let's.
this conversation with my parents so many times.
Okay.
Because they were like, it was such a derogatory term when we were like in high school. Like that
it was.
It was hate speech, and now
It was.
it's not.
No,
the
now
language has totally
it's an
evolved.
adjustment. And people
Yes.
that are older and gay are like, why are we doing this? Like, I don't, why is this happening?
I
Who signed
know.
off on this? Like,
I know.
and now it's seen as like the positive term. But at the time, it was not.
Or it's just kind of like it's I don't know. It's not. It doesn't really mean just like gay.
It doesn't just
Now,
mean
queer.
homosexual. It means
right.
all the things.
It is completely evolved, that word. It's so, my parents are like so confused.
Yeah. Queer
People
has had a
saying
glow
queer,
up
they're
for
like-
sure. Queer has had a glow up.
Totally. Like completely different. Completely like a complete 180. Yeah. It's
Hey,
nuts.
good job, queer. I need to know who his
Oh my God.
publicist is. They're
I know.
killing it.
The same publicist as like cottage cheese. Like
And
just
Kale.
crushing it. Yes.
Kale also had a moment, but they fired their publicist. Now no one likes Kale again. Okay.
Totally.
Okay, more boobs. I can't with the boobs. I can't even read half of these. The black slip rode up over her hips and revealed a red thong buried in her butt crack. This is about Nina as they were dragging her face down on a duvet, and they saw this view. And I wrote in my notes, holy shit, she's 13, exclamation point. She's 13.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Here's one Massie said, I wouldn't even burn those hooker boots for warmth. Good job,
I
Massie.
mean, that's a sleigh. Honestly.
It is a sleigh. I
That's
kind of loved it too. So I wanted to read it. Oh, here's one of the worst things. Like, honestly, this
God.
is an amends on every level.
Okay, I'm bracing myself.
I'll go for Kemp Hurley. He's a total perv. I hear he holds his cell phone under girls' skirts and takes pictures of their underwear. He'll totally want to make out. You read
Wait,
them.
who said this? Who said that?
Kristen.
What?
Because they're all deciding who to go for in their kissing contest. Because Nina pitted them all against each other. Whoever can kiss a boy first wins 3 pair of my boots that I stole, that are probably yours. I mean, dude, there's a lot of that happening.
Yeah.
Todd, Claire's younger brother, is hiding a camera in Massie's shower. Dude.
Literally
And then
crazy.
quotes New York law. Like, basically, it's the one camera, like one party rule or whatever it is. There's a term for it. I used to know it when I worked at MTV because we said it all the time. If one person knows about the concealed camera, it's legal. So Todd
my
cites
God.
this as he's hiding. Dude, Todd,
Pervy.
not okay. That's beyond pervy. That's criminal. I'm not okay with that.
I forgot about that.
This really made me nauseous. Nina bends down to pick up a tube of Taco Bell, the Gloss of Girl lip gloss, and someone from the soccer stands screams, can we get an instant replay of that? Like some man.
Some man.
Oh,
Crazy.
Nina's wearing she's wearing a soccer uniform that's denim short shorts, thigh-high platform sneaker boots, and the number 69 written on the back in rhinestones. Again, Scholastic Books, fine with it. Publisher, fine with it. Editor, fine with it. Public,
Okay, truth
fine
be
with
known,
it.
though, I didn't know what that was when I was reading these books. There's no
Good.
way.
I'm very glad.
No, there's no way. I don't think I knew what that meant until like high school, like well into high school.
Okay, and then let's just round this out with Derrington, whose instinct whenever he gets excited or nervous is to pull down his pants and wiggle his bare butt in front of a crowd of people. I mean, if he's not behind bars in State of the Reunion, we're not doing our jobs.
The butt wiggle is mentioned so frequently throughout the series. It's crazy.
so
like,
weird.
Why did you do that?
I guess I thought it was quirky and endearing and goofy.
Yeah.
Here's a guy but why would Massie like him? Well, she does.
She would get such an ick from that. One
Beyond.
would think, beyond ick from that.
But she was she didn't know what she was doing at that point. She was not interested in guys. It was just someone liked her. There was a cute moment between them at the end where he got a soccer trophy and he gave it to her. No, not a soccer trophy, the dance trophy or something.
Yeah.
He won the dance trophy.
Yeah.
And he gave it to Massie. And she had this moment that was so Massie, where she was like, well, no one saw me get it, so it kind of doesn't really mean anything.
I can't with her.
But then she had a M brooch. She was very into brooches in this book.
Yep.
And she gave it to him because of MVP in soccer. And that was very sweet. That was a sweet moment that hopefully you'll all remember that and not the rest of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
so slut was the big buzzword for Invasion of the Boy Snatchers.
A lot of boobs, a lot of slut. Hooker ran a close third.
Love that.
State of the Reunion is going to be much cleaner than this, I promise.
Which is hilarious. Like, now that they're adults, it's going to be a lot cleaner. But yeah, we were just all experimenting with that language. That's the thing. At that time, we didn't even really know what we were saying.
No, thank God.
Thank God.
Not thank God. Actually, like,
Wow.
we should have. I'm sorry. There were good themes in there as well. Lots of good lessons. Things to be learned. I didn't like the colors of this cover, though. It's my least favorite
love
cover.
it.
My least favorite. They look better on you
love
than on
it.
the book.
Thank
Black
you.
and red. Mm-mm.
Black and red are my parents' college colors. So, like, we always had lots of
Okay.
black and red in my house growing up. And yeah, I like this cover. And I
Okay,
like this
I'm glad.
photo of these three girls.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Wow. Well, I guess we should wrap up. Invasion of the Boy Snatchers is out. And then next month's book club is going to be The Pretty Committee Strikes Back.
Strikes Back. Is that your favorite? I think
It is
Was that
my
a fan favorite? Yeah.
It's my favorite.
It's
Like,
the packing list.
the whole thing, I just love. It's always my favorite on a show, like a reality show or even a scripted show, like a weekend getaway. There's always so much that happens when a trip is had. I love a trip subplot. And so the Lake Placid of it all, like when I reread the series originally, like over the past year or two, when I reread Pretty Committee Strikes Back, I was like, this is the one I remember the most. There's so much that sticks. And it's the one that I hear about also the most, like from the audience. People always bring up the packing list and the Lake Placid trip, all of it. All of it.
I can't wait to tell you where Lake Placid came from. The story
You're
behind the idea of Lake Placid for this book.
Alicia,
It's
when
so
you
weird.
reread it, you're going to die. I can't wait for you to read it. Like, talk about fantasy. You're going to crack up. It's one of the funniest books in the whole series. So much of it is heightened fantasy in the best way. Like, it truly is such a joy. I cannot wait to record that episode.
And I actually remember the
my
pee-pee.
God.
Was there a pee-pee monster? Was Dylan like screaming, I'm a pee-pee monster or something? I have a weird memory of that. Maybe that was something
There's
else.
lots of stuff about the kissing and stuff, like and
Okay.
it's boy heavy too, because they all go on this trip. So they're all in one place. Like, it's so exciting. And I remember being a reader at that time and just like eating it up because that was like crazy to go away for a
Yeah.
weekend with all the boys.
Where were
Crazy.
you in your head, like reading this or at this time with like the kissing of it all? Was this ahead for you? And it was like still,
No,
I'm reading about what older people do? Okay.
Exact same experience, completely parallel.
And taps into the nervousness of it and the
100%.
just the shifting of people you have crushes on and how much their response affects your view of yourself and friends.
All of it. And it's so
Good.
funny because when I read it now, when I read these books, now that we're doing this, I'm like, it's so crazy that you were able to access that because I forget those feelings. Like, I forget all of it until I read it because now I'm in my 30s and I'm like, I'm not nervous around boys anymore. But like,
Right.
It's so funny that you were able to access that so much later in your life. It's because I forget. Like, I completely, or I've blocked it out because it was all so embarrassing. I don't know which, but yeah, it is funny to read because I'm like, oh my God, I remember like that. I remember those feelings so distinctly. Like now that
I do
it's in
too.
front of me. Wild.
Yep.
I love it. Well,
This was great. So fun.
On to the
Again,
next.
everyone. You're welcome and I'm sorry. But again, the GLUs got it. The GLUs
got
it. I don't think I made a bad person out of anybody. And hopefully they just saw it for what it was, a reflection of our culture and satire and a call to do better in the world.
and a good time.
a
And first and
good-
foremost, a good time. I
Thank
love
you.
it. All right. Well, GLUs, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Oh My God. I'm Ellen Marlowe.
I'm Lacey Harrison.
This podcast comes out weekly on Tuesdays. The first Tuesday of every month is a book club episode. So next month, on the first Tuesday of the month, we will be covering The Pretty Committee Strikes Back, and I can hardly wait. We also have a Substack, which is stateofthereunion.net, which is very Clique book heavy. We have behind the scenes stuff where we talk about writing the new book and working on that, which is just the joy of our lives.
Totally.
So much fun. And you can listen to this podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple. We're also available in video format on YouTube and on our Substack. So please be sure to check that out. Give us a 5-star review. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Oh My God Podcast. Lacey, love you so much.
I love you so much. And GLUs, if you have any questions about the next book that you want to ask now, put it in the chat on our Substack or send it to thestateofthereunion@gmail.com. And just send us any questions you have or things you want us to address in that episode or any of the episodes. We're here for you.
Yes, absolutely. I want to thank our producer, Isabella Betcher, as well as our graphics goddess, Bella Tamayo. We are so grateful for you, and we're so grateful for you, GLUs, and we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Love you.
Bye.